worst customer you've ever seen at a restaurant? So, Rita was one of those women who treated restaurants like her personal kingdom. If her Diet Coke had too much ice, she'd dump it on the table and demand a manager. If her salad came out before her friends, she'd throw the plate back at the server. She once made a teenage hostess cry just because the girl said there'd be a 10-minute wait. Rita would snap her fingers at waiters like they were dogs, call them stupid to their faces, and always find something to scream about. But the weirdest thing was how Rita kept getting away with it. Like, she'd eat out 5 nights a week, terrorizing staff everywhere she went. The Chili's on Main Street, the fancy Italian place downtown, even the family diner by the highway. She'd make these huge scenes, throwing napkins, knocking over glasses, calling servers every name in the book. Other customers would leave because of her. Managers would comp her meals just to get her out. She'd even brag to her book club about how she never paid for dinner anymore. Real professional victim stuff. But then Danny, the server at the steakhouse, noticed something weird. Rita always ordered the same way. She'd ask a million questions about every dish, make the server stand there for 15 minutes, then order the most expensive thing anyway. She'd modify it so much it was basically a different meal. No salt sauce on the side, cooked exactly medium rare plus but not quite medium, vegetables steamed for precisely 7 minutes. Danny started warning other servers in town. They created a whole group text about her. They called her Red Rita because her face would turn bright red when she screamed. You'd think she'd notice servers were onto her, right? Wrong. She just got worse. Suddenly, Rita had allergies to everything. One night she was deathly allergic to gluten. The next night it was dairy, then shellfish, but only certain kinds. She'd wait until after eating half her meal to mention these allergies, then freak out about how they tried to kill her. She'd stand up in the middle of the dining room, yelling about incompetent staff trying to poison customers. She'd demand to see ingredient lists, nutrition information, and the chef's certification. The thing is, her allergies changed depending on what she ordered. If she got the pasta and didn't like it, boom, celiac disease. If the seafood tower wasn't fresh enough, sudden shellfish allergy. Tommy at Red Lobster kept a notebook. Rita claimed to be allergic to 43 different things over 2 months, including water chestnuts, red dye number 5, and, somewhat surprisingly, ice. The final showdown was during Mother's Day brunch at Emerald Gardens. This place was booked solid. 200 reservations, everyone dressed up, kids in little suits and dresses. Rita arrived early with her whole family, including her elderly mother, and 12 people in total. They get seated at the best table, the one by the window overlooking the garden. Brunch starts fine. Rita's being her usual self, sending back her mimosa twice, claiming her eggs were cold when steam was literally rising off them. But then this other family gets seated nearby. They're celebrating their mom too, and everyone's toasting her, saying how amazing she is. That's when Rita loses it. She stands up and starts shouting that her coffee has soap in it. She's spitting, gagging, making these huge retching sounds. Everyone's staring. She demands the manager, threatens to call the health department, and says she's been poisoned. Luis, the manager, comes over all concerned. He's apologizing, offering to comp the whole table's meal, the usual routine. But then Rita's mom, her own mother, stands up. This tiny 80-year-old woman looks at Luis and says loud enough for everyone to hear that Rita does this everywhere they go. She's sick of it. She's embarrassed. She hasn't had a nice meal out in 5 years because of Rita's behavior. The whole restaurant goes silent. Rita's face goes from red to white. Her mom keeps going. She tells Luis about the time Rita pretended to find a cockroach she brought from home, the time she accused a waitress of stealing her credit card when it was in her pocket, the time she made up a story about food poisoning to get a $500 gift card. Rita tries to grab her mom's arm, tell her to stop, but her mom pulls away. She opens her purse and starts pulling out receipts, dozens of them, all with manager signatures, all with comps and discounts. She'd been collecting evidence of Rita's behavior for months. Rita's siblings start chiming in. Her brother mentions how they can't go anywhere nice anymore. Her sister talks about missing her anniversary dinner because Rita got them banned from the only good restaurant in their neighborhood. Even Rita's teenage daughter speaks up, says she's too embarrassed to eat out with her mom anymore. Rita grabbed her purse and left, just walked out while her whole family sat there. They stayed, had a nice brunch, and left a massive tip. Word got around fast. Rita tried eating at places across town, but servers would just refuse to take her table. She'd sit there for 20 minutes, ignored, until she left. Her family stopped inviting her to anything involving food.